The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what?
I'm rude.
You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
And welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and sitting behind me is...
Captain Rickster! How we doing out there, everybody?
Yeah,
Hope
so...
everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a great day today.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope everybody's having a great day as well. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about the big elephant in the room, which, well, actually, the elephant was this weekend, and that was the D23 Expo.
Oh, man, it was beautiful.
Which was just an amazing show.
Oh, yes, very awesome.
And we all had a great time out there. It was a 3-day show.
Yep, it was.
So we got lots of stuff to talk about today. So let's go ahead and start talking about D23. It was just an amazing experience for everybody out there.
Oh, it was really amazing. A lot of people, especially on Saturday, it was packed.
It was very packed.
Yes, it was. And then Sunday wasn't too bad. At least I got through a couple of things on Sunday that I can actually go through the lines and stuff, and didn't have any problems looking at stuff that I wanted to see. So it was actually pretty good. I did get to see at least one show while I was there. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one I wanted to see, but it was still good. The Aladdin was okay. I mean, I didn't mind doing it. I missed out on the 80th anniversary of Marvel, but
that's okay.
That's
okay. That was a mistake. We still love Sarah.
Yeah, I've not got to wait 10 more years before the next one happens. Hope I'm old enough then to still understand what they're talking about.
You want to be ready for the 90th, huh?
Oh, you got that right. I don't think I'll make the 100, but I'll try the 90th.
The 90th, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sunday was definitely a lot less crowded, for sure.
It was.
And when we were out there, we were able to see the Aladdin panel and the Aladdin on Broadway.
Yes. That was
and if
cool.
any of you were watching our live feed, you got to see some of the stuff from all the different Disney stuff on Broadway when we were walking around on the show floor.
Right.
You were able to see that. But Captain Rickster and I had a chance to actually go to the live Aladdin show, and it was fantastic because they had all the Aladdins there.
Oh yeah, every one of them that came out. The only problem is they didn't have all the genies though.
They didn't have all the genies, but they had every Aladdin that you could think of.
Yes.
They had the original Aladdin, the original guy who did the Aladdin voice in the cartoon.
Right.
They had the Aladdin from the musical.
Right.
They had the person who did all the singing from the cartoon, that Aladdin.
That's right.
They had, and they had the new Aladdin.
Oh, yeah.
Mina Masood was there. He made a surprise appearance. He came out. It was the guy from the live-action Aladdin was there as well.
Yes, he was.
And then they had Will Smith. He didn't come, but he actually did a video.
He appeared in video, and man, that was awesome. You talk about people like going crazy.
Yeah,
they went crazy for him.
Everybody went crazy when Mina Masood came out, the live-action Aladdin. And it was just great. And they did a lot of the musical numbers from the stage play.
Yes, they did.
And that was great. And they had that actress who did, what part did she do? She did in the musical version.
Music version of the Jasmine.
Yeah, she was Jasmine in the musical version, an Asian actress. Mm-hmm. I should know her name, right?
Yeah, you should, yes.
But yeah, she came all the way from Guam.
That's right, she came from Guam
to perform, and it just was real exciting.
Oh,
so
yes.
you know what? Yes. Even though Captain Rickster, even though we missed the Marvel's 80th anniversary,
yeah, I know.
we still had a great time, didn't we?
Oh, it was an awesome time. You know, it was even nice too to see Robin Williams actually make his film, the little film clip they did of him making the voice of the original genie on the animation one.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, they had Robin Williams. They showed some behind the scenes of Robin Williams doing some of the genie, improvisational stuff, and that was great as well.
Yes,
so
it was.
They were able to still pay tribute to the marvelous Robin Williams.
You got that right. That was such an honor to see him behind the scenes of what he was actually doing, making the voice video of
For
Genie.
For sure. That was definitely just great experience.
But I'm not gonna rule out Will Smith, and he did a great job too as the genie also. But you know what's really best though that it was there was the choreography, the dance. That was awesome.
Yeah, the choreography was great.
Oh, it was definitely great.
The gentleman who it was like I was watching some Michael Jackson choreography or something. It was just great.
It was just awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was definitely great.
We did get a lot of good video and also some live stuff too, but the videos were also good too. So
I agree.
I don't know if he's going to use any of it in the clips, but hopefully he does with some of the stuff I got on Sunday, stuff that we actually missed that we should see, and it was some interesting stuff too that we missed that I didn't see on Saturday.
Oh, okay, great. So we'll have to take a look at your footage.
It all depends on what he wants to do.
He keeps plugging his footage, so I hope it's good since he's plugging it so much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I hope that you keep going on and on and on about your footage, Captain Rickster. So
what can I say?
I hope it's good. So yeah,
he'll be the judge of that. So.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we're going to have a lot of footage over the next couple weeks. We're going to be posting a lot of videos, everybody.
Right.
So keep going to our YouTube channel because that's where all the videos are going to be posted.
Right.
Over the next 2 weeks. We're going to edit a lot of stuff together.
So it should be a lot of fun. You'll be able to see a lot of insider stuff that we got to see.
Right.
Since you really weren't there. And I'm sorry you guys couldn't come because it was such an awesome place. But it was also tiresome, too, because you walk so much. And try to see everything at once, and it's kind of hard to do that, and you got crowded people, and people are bumping and running into you and all that stuff. And
right.
I got ran over, but my foot got ran over by one of them carts that people use.
Yeah.
Can't walk.
Hey, Captain Rickster, he got run over by one of those disability carts.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the worst part, she stopped on it. My foot.
Right. Yeah. And thank you, Virginia, thank you for posting it that we're over here on my page on the Facebook. That way everybody could jump on over.
Right.
I appreciate that. Virginia, we need to make her an admin. We need to make you an admin at All for Sci-Fi. You're so helpful. We appreciate everything that you do for us. Believe me. So let's go ahead and start getting into a little bit of a discussion about everything that we learned at D23.
That would be great.
Okay, so at D23, it was a great 3 days. D23 stands for Disney Expo. It is the convention that happens every 2 years by Disney. Mm-hmm. And now that Disney owns Lucasfilm, Disney owns 20th Century Fox,
Yep.
And Disney owns just the
Marvel.
Marvel,
They own
of
Pic-
course.
They own Pixel?
No, they don't own Pixar.
Pixar?
But they distribute Pixar.
Okay, they distribute Pixar then. Okay. They don't
So
own them
now,
yet.
so anyway, but they have Pixar stuff there because they
Right.
distribute everything. So at the Disney Expo, it happens every 2 years at D23. There was a lot of announcements. We started off on Friday with the Mandalorian trailer dropping.
Oh, yes, that was beautiful.
Let's take a look at the Mandalorian trailer now.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Don't you agree?
Let's go ahead and talk about the Mandalorian. What was it you liked the most about the Mandalorian, Captain Rickster?
I like it because it sounds so exciting. I mean, they were doing things there that even when I saw the clips and stuff, it was great. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, to me, what I like the most about it is how in the Mandalorian they're using expanded universe stuff.
That's true. Yes.
Like the creature you saw in the Mandalorian trailer, you saw the guy riding that creature.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
that creature is from Ewoks: A Battle for Endor.
Oh, cool.
So it is. They actually named it. It was the creature that the Marauders were riding along in Ewoks: Battle for Endor.
Yeah.
But they've named the creature. It's called the Blurg.
Blurg, huh?
Which is really cool.
Yes,
so
it is. It is very
that
cool.
was one of my favorite parts, of course, because it's brought in some of the expanded universe.
Well, it brought in some of the Ewoks up too.
Yeah, so
Which is
yeah,
good.
for sure. And what else? They had a clip of I can't pronounce it, but the lady with the big long out of the brain. No, you know how the brain goes out like a hair thing.
Yeah, like a hair thing.
I think it's called Twi'lek. I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure what it's
Sounds
called.
like that, yeah.
But that was cool. That was another nod to the original trilogy.
That's right. Yes.
And what else? Of course.
The carbonite too.
The what?
The carbonite cases of people being encased in carbonite.
The people, yeah, they were right. They had someone encased in carbonite.
That's right.
Just like how Han Solo was in carbonite.
That's right.
And that was yet again another nod to Empire Strikes Back and
true.
Return of the Jedi. So,
Even Boba Fett was in this one, but they didn't call him Boba Fett though this time. They called him somebody else.
oh, Captain Rickster, that's not Boba Fett.
No, but look, I forgot who it was.
It's the Mandalorian,
Oh,
the
that's
name of the
good.
show.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. I just wanted to make sure we got everything on the right page here now.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. Yes, the Mandalorian armor looks like a little bit like Boba Fett. So
That's right, it does.
But it's new.
Yes, it is.
And the other callback was the gun that the Mandalorian had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a callback to the Star Wars Holiday Special.
That's true.
Because that's the gun that Boba Fett wore.
That's right.
So they're bringing in so much of the expanded universe. This is really exciting. You could really tell that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they're really big Star Wars fans, and
yes, they were.
We're so lucky as fans to have them in our corner. Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Really.
Thank you, Dave Filoni, for bringing all that in. Your Mandalorian trailer has all of us excited, very excited about it. I'm personally didn't care too much for the music in it.
No, but it was still good.
Well, I personally didn't care so much for the music. I may go and take that trailer and write my own music to it.
That'd be cool.
And then send it in to them, or at least post it online.
That'd be great.
I didn't have a problem with it. It was still okay, but it didn't remind me of John Williams. It wasn't very big.
No, that's true.
And maybe they don't want it to be very big, but I still think it could be better. So I might write a song to that Mandalorian trailer myself. So don't be surprised if you don't see me repost it with my music for the Mandalorian trailer.
That'd still be great.
Yeah. That was all. It was all just such great news this weekend. Yeah. What kind of upstaged the Mandalorian that same day was more announcements by the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, also the executive producer. She made some more announcements, and she right at the end, you saw it. And you know what? We called it here. And I'm going to just state that because you know very well that here at All for Sci-Fi, we had already called that Obi-Wan Kenobi was coming back.
That's right, we did.
So you heard it first, and you know that we called it here.
That's right.
And Kathleen Kennedy, right at the end of the day, we called it first here at All for Sci-Fi. Ewan McGregor came out and announced that. He didn't even make the announcement. He made Kathleen Kennedy
make the announcement.
He made Kathleen Kennedy announce and ask him
if he was
Ewan,
Mandalorian.
Are you not the Mandalorian? Ewan, are you gonna play Obi-Wan Kenobi? And he said yes. I'm gonna play Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, he did.
Yes!
Yes, yes, he is.
That was some exciting news. So
that's the best news we heard.
That was Friday. The best news we heard on Friday, and it just ended the day, made D23 so spectacular, and all of our reporting here on our website, allforsci-fi.com, we actually reported that this was going to happen, and it happened. So it's another reason to go out and bookmark our website, allforsci-fi.com, because we have inside news. We report stuff that's going to happen, sometimes before it happens, and you heard it here first.
That's right. We actually put it out there for you guys first.
Yep. We got some great announcements about Marvel.
Oh, yes, we did.
And a little bit of things that are coming in Phase 5.
Yep.
And they also brought up stuff that's going to they also made some announcements for Phase 4 as well.
Yes, they did.
Kevin Feige came out and talked about how he had the director of the original Black Panther come out, and he said they're doing Black Panther 2.
That's right, they are.
So they made that announcement. Definitely. And we talked about that once again. We talked about that on our website several weeks ago. Black Panther 2, we knew it was coming.
That's true, we did.
Also, they did a little bit about. They talked a little bit about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, they did.
Which they talked a lot more about Disney Plus that's happening.
Yeah, a lot of Disney Plus stuff that they're bringing out for the for Phase 4 and Phase 5.
Correct.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully not everything's gonna go, stream live, but I hope they do still more movies too. So.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they need to do more. Yeah, they're doing more. They need to do more movies. I agree with you on that one.
That's definitely true on that one.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some exciting news from Phase 5 too that I think will be kind of interesting to watch on TV. I really do believe it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be fun. The Disney Plus, we're talking about Disney Plus. So, Kevin Feige came out and he started announcing all that stuff. So they talked about the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep.
They also talked about WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision,
which looks really great. I'm excited about that.
Especially when the two original characters are going to be in the show.
Well, what was
even better.
Well, they not only talked about that, but they talked about great things that are going to happen with WandaVision. They talked about how they're going to incorporate the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah. So they're talking about. I definitely talked about that too.
So that's exciting news.
Yeah, they told me how they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff and then make it all happen.
Right. So, and how WandaVision might be in Mad Men as well with Scarlet Witch, and in the Dick Van Dyke Show we just mentioned, and they showed footage of it with Dick Van Dyke, which is great.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. So, and they talked about What If.
Oh, yeah. What If?
What If, which is going to be, I didn't know this, Captain Rickster, but What If is actually a cartoon.
Yeah, it's going to be animated. I was surprised. I thought for sure it would be something more live action, but I guess not. I guess they want to do it as animation.
Right, and we got our first glimpse of Peggy Carter.
Yeah, we did.
Who's going to be a part of that, which was great as well.
She couldn't believe how big this was when she flew in from England, and she came in for the day just to talk, and she was blown out of her own mind. She didn't know how big D23 was going to be.
Yeah, D23 is a very big convention. It's one of the biggest. So I could see how that would blow anybody's mind. It blew my mind walking around the showroom floor.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. They also talked about Moon Knight, too.
Yes, they did.
So,
now that's in Phase 5, not in Phase 4. It's going to be in Phase 5. Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and there's one other one, too, they talked about.
Right. I didn't know it was Phase 5. I thought that was going to be all in Phase. They were announcing it because it was part of Phase 4.
No.
I mean, that's what I'm reading here. It says that's all coming in 2021 and 2022. So, yeah, they're going to do Moon Knight. They're going to be doing She-Hulk, which is great. Hey, She-Hulk! Yeah. What do you think about that? That's great, having a woman be the Hulkster. So,
that's right. So,
I remember She-Hulk a little bit, but that was mainly the comic books that I remember She-Hulk from.
She was also an animated cartoon too.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, she was back in the 80s.
Right.
If I remember right, but I do know definitely a comic book series.
Also, they talked about Mrs. Marvel.
Oh yes, Mrs. Marvel's coming out too in Phase 5 also.
Yeah, so yeah.
That was the other one I couldn't think of right at the moment. But thank you there, Eric. Now you just jogged my memory.
Yeah, no, Mrs. Marvel's going to be exciting. So that's going to be fun. And I think it's arguably the best fictional character to come out of New Jersey since Tony Soprano from The Sopranos. Right? No, but that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So,
and of course, which the other announcements they made was the Eternals.
Yes,
they talked more about that.
Them, yes.
Right.
Yes, they did.
And then, of course, we were talking about this earlier, but they were talking about Black Panther 2.
Yes,
which was another big announcement. But the Black Panther and some other stuff is coming in Phase 5, you said. So
yes,
that's stuff that's coming up later.
There's a couple other movies, too, coming out in Phase 5, but I don't think they announced them yet. So it might be still in the rumor mill. I don't know quite yet what it really are.
Well,
but
the rumor mill.
I'll have to dig into it and see what I can find out.
Yeah,
the rumor mill.
Yeah, the famous old rumor mill. That thing is alive and well everywhere.
No kidding.
But it's been pretty accurate lately, and I've been calling it rumors, but I knew some of this stuff was happening. But I didn't want to I didn't want to look bad later, so I said rumor. Rumor mill.
That's true.
And I didn't want to get some people in trouble that might have told me that.
That's definitely true.
So I kept everything secret, everybody, about who told me.
That's true.
But I have some connections, a few here or there. Your secrets are always safe with me, so you guys could tell me anything. I won't spill the beans of who you are unless it's court ordered that I have to.
Right.
Yeah, but some other things, Jeff Goldblum has a show coming out as well.
Yes, he does.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. So Jeff Goldblum. There was just a lot of announcements.
There's just so much announcement, you just can't remember them all.
Well, we're trying to go through them, but a lot of the stuff happened, a lot of the great things that are coming out of this whole thing is we're really starting to get to know what's going to happen with Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Which is coming out here on November 12th.
With Mandalorian.
Not just Mandalorian, but that's the one we're excited to see.
Yeah.
But we have the Mandalorian and we have some of the Marvel stuff, and we're going to have every single thing that Disney... Everything that Disney ever owned is going to be on there.
Right.
And Kathleen Kennedy did say, everybody out there, that it's going to be home to everything Star Wars.
Right.
But she didn't say if the Ewok movies were going to be on there, so we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that yet.
I hope that if it's really home to all of Star Wars, they should put the Ewok movies up there, in my opinion.
We need to write that one in so they at least know that they need to be in with the Star Wars stuff, because it's part of the Star Wars trilogy.
It is. And what we probably should do is maybe on All for Sci-Fi, and everybody out there, including Virginia, maybe on All for Sci-Fi, we should start a petition to make sure that Lucasfilm puts the Ewok movies on Disney Plus.
Yes, really.
Maybe we could start a petition, Virginia, so that we make that happen. That would be great.
Yes.
Also, they have the new Lady and the Tramp, the live-action version,
right.
which is coming out. Just a lot of stuff. So the Lady and the Tramp looks pretty good. We got our first look at some of the clothes, and if you watch our videos on YouTube that we're going to be posting here soon at All 4 Sci-Fi, that's how you find us. Just one word, All 4 Sci-Fi, no hyphen or anything, all one word. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because that is where you get to see all the videos, and we got a lot of footage of all the costumes. It looks like a period piece to me. Do we know when it takes place?
No, it didn't say.
It didn't. Yeah, no. I think it might have said it, but I didn't read it anywhere.
True, but it wasn't really self-explained either.
It seemed like it was.
hard.
It did seem like it might have been either in the 50s maybe.
Yeah.
Or 60s.
Looks like it looks more like the 40s.
Maybe.
The way they dress.
Well, some of it even looked like the 20s
Yeah,
to me.
I know. Yeah.
It's so hard to tell when it's period pieces.
Especially, yeah, that's definitely true.
But this Christmas looks awesome.
Oh,
we got a lot of great
definitely.
stuff. So we're all excited about all the stuff that's coming out on Disney Plus. They also talked about the Clone Wars.
Yes, they did.
Dave Filoni's The Clone Wars is coming out, and that's really exciting. So they announced the Clone Wars are coming out on February 2020.
Well, we basically talked about what it is that's going to be up on Disney Plus. Obviously, The Mandalorian was the big conversation because that will debut on November 12th. But we also talked about Clone Wars, which is coming in 2020.
I'm not coming back.
You are making a mistake.
Maybe. But I have to sort this out on my own. Without the council. And without you. Where exactly are you from? I used to live in the upper levels of Coruscant. You're probably better off down here. With the Jedi running around, starting wars.
I've watched so many of my brothers fall during this war. Fives, Echo, Heavy.
Master Yoda, your thoughts on how to win the war?
No longer certain that one ever does win a war. I am.
You'll never see any Jedi around here. It's not safe down here. Things could have gotten messy for you. That's why I've got my ship.
What squad are you taking in? Experimental Unit Clone Force 99.
The cavalry has arrived! Company, attention!
Glad to have you back, Commander.
The good is new. Maybe a little better.
I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here?
So we got that coming out. So that's some pretty exciting news. We didn't talk about this, but we got our first look at the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yes, we did. Oh, it was awesome.
That was very exciting.
Yes, it was.
There's a lot to talk about. I don't know if any of you have seen the Rise of Skywalker first look. It was released this morning. We got a look at it over the weekend, but they didn't want to take away from the Mandalorian trailer, so they waited for the general public.
Right.
They wanted to give everybody a few days to digest and see the Mandalorian trailer, but this morning, Lucasfilm released the first look at the Rise of Skywalker, and in all its glory.
So good. So good.
What I saw, C-3PO had red eyes.
Yes, he did.
What does that mean?
That's a good question. Wow, we'll have to wait till in the movie to find out this come Christmas.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's scary, that's for sure.
C-3PO had red eyes, everybody.
I know, yeah, he did.
Wow.
Scary. Definitely scary.
Yeah. And right at the end, did Rey really have a double-bladed red lightsaber?
After we played it twice, yes, she did. I couldn't believe it myself. It was so awesome, and just like, really? She's gonna turn to the dark side? Let's hope she doesn't turn to the dark side. That's all we need is a Skywalker as the dark side person. That is not.
Well, we
happen.
had Darth Vader, and he was a Skywalker.
That's true.
How do we know Rey's a Skywalker, though? They didn't say that, though.
It's supposed to be explained in this movie, from what I understood.
Okay, you know what?
Wait and see.
Is everybody ready for Darth Rey?
Oh, no, I'm not. Definitely not.
Are you ready for Darth Rey?
No.
Okay, so hopefully it was just a quick thing, and maybe she somehow grabbed it from somebody like Darth Maul or something. Either that, or we do have a Darth Rey, but we have a new toy.
That's true. Definitely
That's
do.
for
That
sure.
is definitely. That double blade is so awesome.
Ah.
She just snapped it up like that, and it came out, and she had both sides going.
Oh,
wow.
It was just amazing, wasn't it?
And it was red, too, at that, which is even better to see, you know.
It was, oh, come on, man.
Well, you know, I like red, so, but
You
blue,
like red.
but blue is my favorite, so what can I say?
Yeah.
I wish it was a blue saber instead, but, what can I say, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought that when she grabbed that lightsaber, and she went like this, and it opened up. She went like that.
Yeah, like that.
And it opened up. It looked kind of weird at first, but I played it a second time.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. Blew my mind.
Both of them were red on both sides. To go, wow.
And then she's out there. When she was out there fighting with, Kylo Ren.
Right.
Her lightsaber was blue.
Definitely blue,
I don't know if that's at the end.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, it's coming out this Christmas. It should be an awesome movie. You should not miss this one. This is probably going to be a good 5 when it comes out.
I hope so. I mean, I'm hoping it's a 5. Oh, wow, that footage. And also, when Rey, when she was training, and the shot when she was training, she was in the forest. And I bet she's on the forest moon of Endor. She's where the Ewoks are. What do you want to bet right now?
Oh, a bunch. What can I say?
If she is on the forest moon of Endor, I'm going to lose it, dude.
Oh, I know you will, because that's your home. That's your home.
That's where I spent 30 years before I went to Batuu.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mace Tawani did live. I've decided he did not die. Mace Tawani lives. So hashtag Mace lives.
Yep.
And he finally got off the planet, and the first place he went to was Black Spire Outpost, and he's there right now on Batuu.
Yes.
We've decided that, so everybody knows that. But wow, just some incredible stuff going on, guys. It just was a great weekend. As you can tell, we are really, really excited and really, really pumped.
Oh, most definitely.
About everything.
Especially with the new live action stuff that Disney's going to bring out from all their animated cartoons they did.
Right. Well, yeah, you got that going on too.
Oh,
so.
Of course you do. There's just so many awesome ones that are coming out that Disney's going to put out this year. You know, for live action, for the next 2 or 3 years, in their phase 4.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, Virginia's coming back to Facebook Live up there. Virginia says that it looked like a switchblade lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it was just, guys, it just blew my mind, that trailer. I'm going to be digesting it a lot more and playing it 100 million times probably.
Oh, yes.
We're still trying to figure out why C-3PO had red eyes. If somebody figured that out, let me know.
No kidding.
Send me a message.
But will there be another sequel after this, though?
No. I think they they said this was the end. In fact, if they say it's the end of a saga, it's the end of a generation. They say there's not going to be any more Skywalker movies after this, everybody. So we're going to be done with that part of the Star Wars universe. But hey, the Star Wars universe is in great hands. We got Jon Favreau doing The Mandalorian. We got Dave Filoni learning. He did all the cartoon stuff. He's doing the last season of Clone Wars. He did Rebels. He's doing the Star Wars Resistance, which Star Wars Resistance has its new season coming up soon. So maybe we could get everybody. Maybe we get Dave Filoni to have Mace come back in one of these.
That'd be great.
And maybe in one of the cartoons would be nice.
That'd be And
really. That's fine. I would welcome doing some voiceover work if they called me to do it. That would be fun. But I'm throwing the ideas out there, and it's okay if it doesn't happen. That's fine. But yeah, we had a great weekend. D23 was just so awesome.
It was awesome. Yes,
right.
It was. Especially the vendors too, because a lot of the vendors were selling paintings of Disney.
Right.
A lot of Disney pens were out there. I couldn't believe how many Disney pens were out there.
Yeah.
So everybody was selling pens.
Yep.
Even Jason, what's his name?
Jason Palmer
was there, which is really cool, and all his paintings and his drawings and stuff was out there.
Jason Palmer did for Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. Jason Palmer did the big mural that was up there.
Right.
That showed all the different Star Wars stuff. And I interviewed Jason while we were there. We'll try to get that up there as well. And I asked him, did he think about doing any of the Ewok movies? And he said Lucasfilm pretty much had everything laid out for him, so they didn't give him a chance to think about who to put in and not to put in. They kind of told him what to do.
Right.
Which is fine. That's respectable, and they hired him to do a job, so that's fine. So he didn't put.
It was definitely awesome.
So he didn't put in. He didn't put any of that in, and he also didn't put anything from the holiday special.
Right.
And when I brought up the Ewok movies, he didn't say anything, but the holiday special, he just kind of said, well, they don't really like that. They're not. So apparently Lucasfilm hates the holiday special.
I wonder why.
Well, they didn't produce it, so it's not their production.
That's
so
definitely true, yes.
So maybe they didn't like the way it turned out and how things were done, and that's fine. They didn't produce it, so it's not really their production either.
That's right.
Now this weekend, while we were out D23, I had the privilege to go out to Batuu again. So I went back out to the Galaxy's Edge, the Black Spire outpost. And I got some really cool stuff I'll show you guys here on Facebook. For people on audio, I'm showing an Ewok drum.
Which is nice.
So I got a bunch of goodies there. And I found out, everybody, Virginia up there, I found out that the Kyber crystals, all of them are available now, finally. They are limiting everybody to just purchasing one set, which is good.
The reason why they got all their shipments in now is because of D23. They want to look.
Oh, you think that's why?
I think so. Why? Because they want to look stupid. Because we don't have it, and we got to limit you to only one. You got to buy 5 different.
Good point.
5 different things so you can get all 5 crystals. Nah, it's what a policy to change. What a bunch of bums those guys are over there.
Yeah. I mean, Captain Rickster, you're right. Everybody, we went to Galaxy's Edge earlier in the week on Tuesday, and nothing was available.
Yeah, nothing.
And you had to get one, they had the crystals there, but to get one crystal, you had to buy a holocron, and then you could only get one crystal.
Right.
And so you'd have to buy 5 holocrons to get all 5 of them.
Which is $200.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Get it.
Yeah, it's $250 or something like that. It's $50 a piece. It's crazy.
Yeah, with tax,
$250 in holocrons, and then $14 each crystal.
Yeah.
So the crystals would have been another 100, so it would have been $350 to get everything.
Plus tax.
Instead of 100. So you would have had to spend $350 instead of 100. Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely true.
And you're right. This place is making me go broke.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
yeah. But yeah, I was able to do that. We had a great time. I got a bunch of little, gadgets and stuff. I also got this toy.
Yes,
so
he did.
I got Kylo Ren.
Yep. It even crackles too when he's got it on.
Yeah, it's crackling.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's got a different type of humming noise too to it.
It's got a different noise.
Yeah. It is awesome. You can kill somebody 3 different ways with this sword.
Let's put it back up here.
Yeah.
Then it can make noise. I was gonna turn it on. I was gonna turn it on and just leave it back there.
Now you left it on.
That's okay. It could be on.
Oh yes.
Okay, so yeah, it was great. You know, the entire expo, we had a great time,
Yes,
and
we
we've
did.
had a great discussion about it today. Let's go ahead and turn that off. You're right.
Yeah, it was a little noisy.
You know, also at Galaxy's Edge, everybody, they have stuff that's affordable.
Yes, they do.
So they have stuff like this Gonk droid. See it? It's a Gonk droid. See this Gonk droid? This Gonk droid, it winds up and makes noise, and it moves. And it's only $10.
Yeah, which is nice. It's affordable.
So it's moving.
And it speaks.
Yeah, and then you have Chopper here. They have Chopper here. See Chopper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see the Gonk droid's making noise. Gonk. But you see Chopper, and then they have Chopper here, Virginia. And Chopper winds up too, so he'll move. So they have all these wind-up stuff. Oh, he's moving. You hear that, Virginia? He talked. Yeah, you're funny, Virginia. Look at Eric Walker and his toys.
That's right. He got toys now. That's a kid in him. So.
Yeah, I'm still a kid, guys. I can't help it. Anyway, we had a great time today talking with you guys about D23 Disney Expo.
Yep.
And be sure to, I just want to remind everybody, be sure to go to our official YouTube page, which is all for Sci-Fi. Go to youtube.com and type in all for Sci-Fi, all one word, and subscribe to our YouTube page, because eventually we're going to have most of our content only on YouTube. We will occasionally still be back on Facebook like today.
Right.
Make sure you like us on Facebook at All for Sci-Fi as well. And if you have Twitter, you know, you can follow us at All for Sci-Fi. And be sure to bookmark our official website, which is allforsci-fi.com. It's all one word, ALLFORSCIFI. It's all one word, allforsci-fi.com. Well, you're welcome to go there too and leave any comments, send us notes, suggestions, tell us you like us, tell us what you hate. We don't care. We take criticism well. And, you know, we just love you all, and thank you guys for joining us today. We also have to give a shout out to our sponsor. Our sponsor is Order 66 Toys.
That's right.
Order 66 Toys is the nation's first all Star Wars toy store.
Right.
It's in Allen, Texas, actually a suburb of Dallas, Texas. So if you're ever in the Dallas area, be sure to go to Order 66 Toys. You could also find their website. They do ship nationwide. They do ship worldwide as well. So go to order66toys.com. Find their Facebook channel as well. Go look for Order 66 Toys on Facebook. Follow them, because every Friday night they have a Friday night live sale, and it's to rival for. They have so many just incredible deals that they do on Friday nights. You're definitely going to want to pick something up from them. And Order 66 Toys, they're like family. You know, we love you. We love you, Jeffrey. You're like my brother. You too, Josh, you know, as well, and everybody else, Robbie and everybody there. Also, when you get a chance, go to the Community of Star Wars Collectors. They are an awesome group. They really are what community and family is about. I'm proud to be a part of the CSWC, the Community of Star Wars Collectors. It's just a group for us to chat and have fun things going on. So make sure you go ahead and join and follow them and like them on Facebook as well. Thank you, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Walker.
And I am Captain Rickster.
And goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.
Have a nice night or day.
Yeah, God bless everybody. All the music on today's episode was composed and written by Eric Walker. To learn more about Eric's music, please visit ericwalkermusic.com.